This is the big stage. The stakes are very high. Semifinals, it's do or die.
And it's 1-0 Canada.
You got to come out ready to play and just leave it all on the table.
In comes Mathis and shoots, score!
Something that you've dreamed about your whole life. You want the opportunity to play in a gold medal game.
Total domination for Canada.
Buffalo, New York, the penultimate night of the World Juniors. Joseph Koronash stood on his head in the quarters. Will have to do the same tonight against Canada as the Czechs and Filip Chytil look to pull off their third upset of this tournament. They'll be in tough. Carter Hart and Team Canada on a roll, and so far they've overpowered all of the underdogs they have faced so far. Victor Mete returns to the lineup. Canada's had such a balanced lineup so far, both on D and forwards. Jordan Kyrou, one of many who's contributed up front. He'll have to again tonight. As we say hello, Canada, James Duthie alongside 1995 World Junior Gold medalist Jeff O'Neill and Bob McKenzie. Sorry about the voice tonight. Been singing Hey Baby a few too many times. Sweden is already in the gold medal game. Canada tries to join them tonight. And outside of one bad period in the snow, this has really been a dominant tournament for Canada. They've scored the most goals in the tournament, 29. They've allowed the fewest in 8. They have never trailed, only losing in that shootout to the Americans. And they have a full defense score tonight against a Czech team hungry for another upset. To get you ready for it, Gordon Miller and Ray Ferraro.
And James, the story of this Canadian blue line is twofold. One is the return of Victor Mete on the back end. The other is the emergence of Cale Makar.
I think the two strengths, Gord, we talked about coming into the tournament were the depth of the Canadian forwards, we've seen that, and the mobility of their defense. But this defense has been a mash unit throughout the tournament. So when they're healthy, Cale Makar doesn't play. I'm not really sure why, but he seems to be the 7th defenseman. He's played as much as 26 minutes in a game in this tournament. He's tied for 2nd in Canadian scoring with 3 goals and 3 assists. He's been an outstanding player when he's been on the ice. Slick offensively, and I think he's defended more than adequately. But when Victor Mete's been in the lineup, he's fallen down the depth chart, at times been the 7th defenseman. Mete's the most experienced professionally, of course, of any of the Canadian defensemen, playing 27 times for the Montreal Canadiens in the first half of the season. Now it's a full complement of defensemen for Dominique Ducharme. This Canadian offense should be driven by the way that defense can skate and the way that they can move the puck. Now you have both Makar and Mete at your disposal. We'll see how the Canadians use that bunch of defensemen to work the puck up the ice.
Czechs are in the semifinals rather for the first time since 2005, beaten in the quarters last year by Canada 5-3.
All right, thank you, guys. Look, they're impressionable teenagers. They beat this team 9-0. Is that your number one concern, maybe looking ahead to a gold medal game when you're the favorite?
Absolutely. You might as well forget about that tape and throw it in the garbage. It's now gotten to that time, James. Let's face it, there hasn't been a whole lot of challenging games for Team Canada's tournament. The ice time has been spread out rather nicely. All the guys are pretty happy. Now it's go time. You go out there and play. You find the 2 best forward lines that are playing, the 3 or 4 best D-men. You roll them a lot. It's not time for anybody's feelings to get hurt here.
Balance is key for Canada. They've been rolling 4 lines, and they've all been scoring and doing well. But if there's one line I think is capable of really stepping it up and being better than they've been, which is fine, and would that be line with Robert Thomas and Taylor Radish and Boris Kachuk, the all-Ontario line. I've watched a lot of OHL this year. Robert Thomas can be a dominating player. He hasn't dominated here, he's been fine, but he's got another level. This might be a night we see it.
Let's check out your starting goaltenders, brought to you by Chevrolet, proud partner of Hockey Canada. Carter Hart's been solid the whole way. Joseph Koronash is the reason they are here as he beat Finland in the quarters. 48 saves in that game for Koronash. Some Czech fans here as well. Sweden awaits the winner. One more golden ticket left. It will go to Canada or the Czech Republic. We'll find out next.
Welcome to Buffalo, New York, the second semifinal of the 2018 World Junior Hockey Championship as Canada taking on the Czech Republic with a berth in the gold medal game against the Swedes on the line. The referees are Gordon Shokis from Germany and Jeremy Tufts from the United States, the linesman from Finland and Norway. The Czechs a long time to get back to the semifinals, not since 2005 have they been here. Josef Kornaš is a big reason why. Plays in the Czech second league. He was terrific in the quarterfinals against the Finns. Stopped 4 of 5 in the shootout. Carter Hart will make the start for Canada. Allowed 2 goals on 15 shots against the Swiss in Canada's quarterfinal win, back for a second year for Team Canada. Happy birthday to Filip Pescia. The Czech coach turns 40 today. He presented him with a autographed sweater and saying happy birthday to him. And Dominic Ducharme back for a second year as the head coach and GM in Drummondville in the Quebec Major Junior League. A Memorial Cup winner with Halifax back in 2013. And we're set to get underway. Canada's the home team as the last change. Brett Houghton facing off against Christian Reichel of the Red Deer Rebels.